I suppose Halo, when we were designing it, we had many options in terms of what style we wanted to bring to this project. And I think we landed on that coastal, luxurious, Mediterranean feel. My name's Jared.
And I'm Josh.
We're from Arlo Stone and Finishes. Welcome to Halo by Arlo.
So we're in Halo, which is in Buddina on the Sunshine Coast.
So when we landed on the property, we first of all took in the aspect and how the sun moves around the block and where we are. So everything in this house is designed strategically to face north. So we capture both in the winter and the summer that all day round sun. From a bird's eye view, the house looks like a U shape. So when we did this project, the pool went in first and the house was formed around that pool.
So a part of the whole coastal Mediterranean style that we were sort of inspired by was all the mature landscaping. We incorporated a lot of stone and off-form timberboard concrete.
Kind of where organic meets industrial. It's just a really lovely combination.
As you approach Halo from the street, you're automatically greeted by a lot of natural stone mixed with that raw concrete again. I think the facade itself is actually quite simple, but because of the scale, it's quite striking. We want to keep it sort of unassuming from the front entry.
As you move through the entry in Halo, you can see what you're heading towards. We loved being able to capture the entire length of the house from the front door all the way to the back where the kitchen is. Having Arlo really helps us to take our project to the next level. So with this project, we incorporated things that you wouldn't normally see in everyday designs. For example, our entry allows us to lay full-length slabs of marble as a pathway to lead you into the house while you're walking next to this 70 square meters or so worth of natural stone. Again, mixing really beautiful refined products that are being cut from the earth just kind of brings that real unique balance of raw and rugged to those beautiful, soft, luxurious moments throughout the house.
As you come around the corner in the entry, you're greeted by the powder room. And then we have the guest room, which has its own ensuite. So it's sort of like a second master downstairs.
After you come around the corner, you move into what is our formal living and dining room. The window is about a 7-meter arch window, and that actually has got to do with the shape of the pool. So when we first built the house, as I mentioned, we wanted to mirror that pool and stand it up as a window, and we were able to achieve that. And it just floods in all that beautiful natural light.
As you enter the kitchen, you're sort of greeted by not only a lot of natural stones, but also raw concrete finished ceilings. So I'd say the kitchen itself, it is the main part of the house and where we spend a lot of our time. So we've got a mix of the viola, marble and the travertine. I think the violas are pretty standout and the brushed brass sort of complements the warmth in the stone.
So once you're upstairs, you have a choice to either go right or left. Right will take you into the west wing where we have our second living, 2 ensuited bedrooms. And the cinema room. Left takes you pretty much to our favorite area, which is the adult retreat, where you have a gorgeous oversized master balcony, very glamorous ensuite.
I think the standout of the master is definitely the shower.
With all the marbles, natural stones and concrete elements, we wanted to lean on a tapware product which was going to blend in with what we used and not overpower it. The natural option to use was the timeless gunmetal. The gunmetal just leans itself into the marble, which we selected really beautifully. And in every angle that you walk in these en-suites where you see this tapware, it just hits the right note in terms of color, tone, shine. The action that we see all the time when we bring new people through the house is like just wow. And I think that wow is a reflection on obviously the detail, how we've used the space, what we've decided to surface and use within the property. I think we're just reintroducing the way people can design homes and live in their homes.